Hello everyone, welcome back to A Cup of English. The title of today's podcast is Finley and the Moon. This podcast is brought to you by my YouTube channel, where you can find some videos, some animated and some very relaxing videos that will help you absorb more English. So let's get started with Finley and the Moon. Peace. Imagine this. A cool evening, a quiet street, no one around, birds already asleep in the darkened trees, a blanket on the grass, the stars appearing overhead, and a cat by your side. Can you feel it? My cup of decaf is already cold, ignored. I'm too enthralled by what I can see and feel. The moon is not full tonight, but is extremely bright. My mind wanders over the night sky until I sense the warmth of the quiet feline who has placed himself gently next to me. The nights here in north-central Washington are like a sensory sanctuary, at least for me. When the farenheits dip down into the lower 70s and then continue to decrease, I can finally surface. Even my mother, who is from Spain, doesn't make an appearance outside until it's cool enough. Everything about me seems to resist the extreme heat of the day. I must be the opposite of a lizzard. There is no basking on a rock for me. The shade is what I like. And so, of course, nighttime is even better. It surprises me, actually, that more people are not outside. In the UK, if ever we get a warm or dry evening, most people make the most of it by staying outside, either eating, drinking in a pub, or just lingering with friends and family. It's a rare treat. So here I am, with my feet on the grass, trying to figure out the constellations. Finley, the brightest of my two cats, is staring at the moon. I wonder if he's sensing a connection to that celestial body. These night animals are special creatures, you know. Watching him basking in his most active time, the night, I realise how Finley is really part of another world. He is nocturnal and comes alive once the sun has gone down. All his senses go into full gear when the day is over. As my body slows down in the evening in preparation for sleep, his is doing the opposite. If you have a cat, you will have seen this happen. Their pupils dilate, their tails slash from side to side, and they become impatient. The time of dreams and visions falls upon humans, while the primordial instinct to explore, to stalk, and to hunt takes possession of cats. Our little tigers. It makes me realise that only half of my 24-hour day is my dominion. The other half is quite a mystery. What do I really know about the stars, the phases of the moon, or the creatures that are active at night? Not much, really. And what of the great subconscious that emerges while our limited consciousness gets sleepy? Lying here, it feels like the damp grass, the soft breeze, the vast sky above, and the movement of animals in the shadows is all a perfect reflection of my internal world, and the change from one dominion to another, consciousness to subconsciousness, day to night, a beautiful balance of life in one turn of the planet. Okay, some grammar points, just 3 of them today. We'll start with the verbs to wander and to wander. I know it's a trick statement. They sound exactly the same, but there are 2 very different meanings. To wander with an A means to sort of travel around or walk around a little bit aimless or not with a specific goal, and to give yourself time to do that. To wander with an O means to question, to think about. Let's listen to a couple of examples. A. He wandered here and there for 10 years, until he found a town where he felt comfortable enough to settle down. He wandered here and there for 10 years, until he found a town where he felt comfortable enough to settle down. B. I'm just wondering, should I buy the sofa now or wait until the sales? I'm just wondering if I should buy the sofa now or wait until the sales. Number 2. There is no basking on a rock for me. Well, the reason I included this in the grammar points is that I love the structure of this sentence. You name the opposite activity that you're trying to promote or do. And you can do this, of course, with objects. A. There is no consuming of sugar in this house. There is no consuming of sugar in this house. B. There is no rude language in this class. There is no rude language in this class. Number 3. I took the sentence, as my body slows down in the evening in preparation for sleep. His is doing the opposite. So this is a bit similar to number 2. It's a simple approach. You're naming the opposite of what you're trying to actually emphasize. A. As the weary lighthouse keeper in the early morning finished his work and prepared to sleep, the fishermen in the bay were doing the opposite. So here I'm actually focusing on the fishermen, but I'm giving the context of something that is in an opposite state. The lighthouse keeper is finishing his work, he's winding down, he's ready to sleep, but with the fisherman, activity is just beginning. So I name the first context, but I'm trying to emphasize the second part of the sentence. Let's hear that again. As the weary lighthouse keeper in the early morning finished his work and prepared to sleep, the fishermen in the bay were doing the opposite. B. He was always trying to help. She was the opposite. He was always trying to help. She was the opposite. Okay, well, thank you for joining me today. I hope you're having a wonderful October. Stay safe as you travel to and from work and school. And I will be publishing another podcast here quite soon. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.